Hey gang, what's good? Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, the White March. We're here in Stalwart, and we're heading out. We're going to finally get started on the White March Part 2 today. My god. But, of course, before we can begin that, we have a little bit of business to attend to. We've got that impending invasion on Cadnua that we better get out of the way before we forget. I don't know what happens if I fail it, but I'd rather not find out. Presumably, I'd like lose permanently. I don't know, a point or so in prestige or maybe security. I have no idea. But hey, we get tax money from that, which is pretty good. I don't know why people decide to start paying us taxes, but they do. I guess we're doing something for them. I don't know. Presumably, we are defending the local folks. I don't know. I guess that's the idea.
Just say the word.
Looks a little healthier than before.
All right, let's see. What are we dealing with here exactly? Resolve attack, vicious mercenaries. Gosh, I can't talk. Let's see. Manual resolve, I guess. Do we even need to have come all the way out here for this? I have no idea. Manual resolve. Let's get it done. I wonder if these small events scale up with my level and all that. I don't know. I'd assume so, right? Oh god, here they are. Okay, well there's no reason to hold back because we're at Cadnua. We can just use our abilities whenever we want. I suppose we should go after the paladins first, right? Let's have Pallegina swap to her sword. Maneha, go after that dude. Frenzy as well. Endurance, indict them. And let's see. Yeah. Knock them down. And I can't stealth. Just shoot. There we are. Okay. And now, what can we do here? We can do some of this action. Let's lay down, consecrate for endurance, heal us up. And who am I looking at? Am I going after that paladin? Let's see if we can't zoom in here. I'll be so glad in Pillars 2 when they do they're making it to where some of the spell effects become transparent. It's easier to like spot individual characters in the middle of a combat, because right now it's like fucking impossible, especially when you get tons of shit going on.
Ready when you...
Man, that was really loud. Okay, speaking of loud things, let's have Pallegina use her Flames of Devotion. Let's see, and Aloth needs to get going. He'll trip him up again. Why not? Let's get these folks in the back. There we are. And let us... Let's do some of this. That'll get him. Get that sellsword. I need to run back some. Let's see. There's another paladin right here. Everyone should get on that paladin. Let's see. And you guys in the back here, you may as well, get attacked. For a second, I thought these guys were spell swords, because they're casting spells at us, but no, they're cell swords. Okay, and... let's see. Are these bears alive? Whoa, what happened to these bears? I guess we killed the owners. That makes sense. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go wild with these things.
This thing isn't
just have Aloth launch all of his bullshit left and right. Swap weapon. Fire off. Pallegina is kind of like bugged out here. She's trying to fight this bear, I think. May as well have her go back. Let's see. We can have Maneha go back as well. Why not? Let's see. Eder. Yeah, they're fine. Okay. Is he sped up? Yeah. Alright. Let's just finish him off.
Lavaru, be on seek.
Uh-oh. Minhail, look out, look out, look out, look out! God, she really got excited to get back in there, huh? Oh shit, it's coming back. Could you imagine if we just killed ourselves with that fireball? I don't think that's possible. Not enough damage, but still. Oh man, we should have looted. I forgot we can't loot after this, can we? Ugh. Does it go into, like, our loot chest, maybe? I don't know. That would be pretty nice. Oh, look, we can, actually.
Indeed.
I thought we couldn't. Oh, my God. Well, this is great. Blunderbuss. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We, in between videos, I did some, crafting. I crafted up some food. Oh, where'd it go? Did I? Huh. Oh well.
Ready when you are.
I thought I did some crafting. Shit, maybe I loaded the wrong fucking save. Oh, Jesus. Oh well, I guess in between the next video, I'll do some crafting. Fuck me. I spent some time doing crafting and, like, enchanting weapons and all that. Finally getting that done. Let's see. Let's check our treasure here real quick. Because we should have some stuff now, right? Yeah, look at all this. Oh, we got a Vithrak brain. That's pretty good. I know there's like a high-end, sort of high-end, crafting who's what's it that uses it.
Hail, traveler.
Let's see. Show me your wares. You don't have anything new, do you? Nope. Let's just sell off a couple things real quick. There.
Ready when you are.
And I'll do more selling in between videos, like I said. Tend to all that business. Okay, and then we'll just rest here and begin the White March Part 2. I think that's how it works, right? Hopefully, otherwise we're about to make a complete fool out of ourselves here.
Better indeed.
Okay. Oh, what do we want? Perception, yeah. Just always go with perception. Perception is so good. Oh. As you sleep, you are buoyed and buffeted by the vagaries of dreams. They tumble and thrash about you and fill your mind's eye with pale, glittering motes. They resolve into a light snowfall and a biting northerly wind. You recognize the mountains of the White March rising around you, and you shiver. Wonder what's going on there. Is that significant? You see Stalwart a few miles away, quiet and still but for a few curling streams of smoke rising from the chimneys. Durgan's battery is perched above it, its shadow stretching into the valley. Maybe that's Durgan's battery. Above it all, you hear a deep, slow rhythm. At first, it sounds like a distant drumming, but then it grows louder, cracking through the dry air and booming from the mountain peaks. It builds until you feel it reverberating beneath your feet. God, have you ever been at like a concert? Or, I don't know, someone is playing music extremely loud in their car and they go by, and you can feel it like vibrating and reverberating through your chest cavity? Like you can feel your rib bones like sort of vibrating with the music because the bass is so intense? Oh, we have a choice? I guess let's watch and listen. Oh, shit, no! Oh, that's not a good picture! We pussyfooted around and terrible shit befell everybody. Each thud comes louder and faster than the next. Thunder echoes from the mountaintops as great sheets of ice and snow tumble down the slopes. But the rhythm keeps building, shattering frozen lakes like crystal saucers. New ravines split through the mountains as old chasms fill with snow and scree. A rock slide buries Stalwart, and Durgan's battery is shaken into rubble. Holy shit. Is this part of the dream, or is this like, I don't know. Shadows rise over the mountains. The vanguard of a massive army. You flee. You tumble from the foothills and bound across the deerwood, fleeing the rumble of the advancing army all the while. I don't see him. Oh, is this them? I thought those were trees. There are so many. This is like a scene from Mulan. Let's see. Cadnua or Defiance Bay? Cadnua. We built that place up. Oh. Cadnua rises from the forest, its mended walls reaching out to you like a pair of strong arms. You barricade yourself within the great hall. As the pounding grows closer still, it rattles the foundations of the great keep, and just as the masonry begins shaking loose, you hear an unholy battle cry coming from your courtyard. The ceiling collapses and sends a cascade of bricks and beams onto your head. Oh, Jesus Christ! Ugh! Somebody get a salt shaker. You struggle to wakefulness, kicking at the bedding knotted around your legs. As you shake free of the last bonds of sleep, you hear a voice whisper something in a language you've never heard, and you see an image of 100 shifting, staring eyes. Ugh. You awaken, feverishly warm and covered in sweat. Wow, we got XP for having a really bad dream. Seek information about the army in Stalwart.
Yeah?
The Forgotten Army. Wow, what the hell? Maybe this is like the reason why Durgan's battery was built in the first place, was to fight this army? This Forgotten Army? I don't know. Yeah. I like our party. White March. Oh, look, a new place, huh? Okay. Here we come, Stalwart. 24 hours. Yeah, so it's implied that this is some sort of supernatural army, huh? Given all the eyeballs and the unholy battle cry or whatever. Security reports that Chingualas inspectors will attack the stronghold in 6 days. Wow, they're relentless, aren't they?
You are.
Oh, shit. Cutscene.
While we wait, the enemy grows stronger.
And you'd send more of us to die.
Well, I'm not gonna stand around. Are you?
You've done plenty, Darian.
You approach the source of the commotion and see a throng of villagers. They're arguing amongst themselves and hurling questions and demands at a lone figure perched above them. A young man stands on a spur of rock, his clenched fist held aloft. Steam rises from his wild hair and flushed face as he shouts to the gathering.
Been a week since our people left these gates. A week since the Iron Flail took them.
The Iron Flail? He paces the outcropping, his eyes burning. You see a few scattered nods in the crowd.
Yet we wait here behind our sturdy new walls, hiding in our rebuilt homes. We've done nothing.
He brings his fist into his palm with a sharp smack. The crowd erupts, bristling with pointed fingers and pointed words. Ooh, that's good. I like that. That's good writing. I don't know. Maybe that is. I think it is. Okay, get off my back. One woman steps forward. Her eyes lock on the young man.
Who are you to tell us how to defend our own? You ain't been here 2 months!
Several of the others grunt and hoot. You feel a shift in the crowd like a changing tide. So, has 2 months passed? We've only slept for 1 day.
Hey, an angry mob. See? We're not so far from home.
Eh.
And since I got here, I've been working alongside the rest of you. Don't start with that again.
A handful of others nod along with him, but they cringe and flinch as another villager joins the fray, shaking his finger at the young orator.
Well, it was your idea to send our people to that damned fort in the first place. If it weren't for you and the other leeches that come up with you, we wouldn't be in this mess.
The new accuser raises a chorus of furious cries. Darian raises his hands for calm, but the crowd's wrath is snowballing. Let's stay out of it. Let's just listen.
Enough. Enough.
Darian waves for calm, but the crowd has worked itself into a frenzy. He scans the assembly, beads of sweat rolling from his temples. His eyes fall on you, and he points.
You want to boot all the Outlanders from your town? Tell that to the hero of the White Forge.
Oh, he recognizes me.
Hey, it wasn't just me. This watcher deserves at least a little credit.
No one seems to notice Adair. When did Adair develop this personality trait of being like such a shyster? All right. I mean, he's always had like his wit about him, but not like in a sort of narcissistic, like, I don't know, Jack Sparrow kind of way. Oh, I'm into it, sure. A dozen heads turn in your direction. The villagers recognize you, and their eyes widen with hope and reverence. Is this about that fort near the battery? What's this about? You said something about a fort and an iron flail. Relax, I'm here to help. Everyone's shouting. I want someone to calmly explain what's going on. Too bad there's not number 6. Hey guys, came here, had a pretty bad dream. Thought y'all might know something about my bad dream. You said something about a fort and an iron flail?
It's a small army from Raid Saris. They call themselves the Iron Flail.
At Darian's mention of the name, the rest of the crowd falls silent. Whoa, tripping balls. The words trigger a sudden flashback to your dream of the mysterious army and the destruction of Cadnua. As the image fades, you see once more the vision of 100 eyes watching you and something just beyond.
Showed up a few weeks after you opened the battery. Demanded we give him the White Forge.
He avoids your gaze, scraping his boot against a rock.
They're led by Adarik Sendamir. Comes from an old Raid Saren family. The rumor has it the man's half mad with visions. Claims one drove him here to take the White Forge.
They're not the only bloodsuckers around here.
I like this guy's voice actor. The villager glares up at Darian, but most of his fellows are ignoring him by now. Darian raises his voice above the ruckus.
Our crew at the battery locked their doors and told the Iron Flail to go back to Raid Saris. Instead, they built a fort in the middle of the wood.
Wow, how'd they do that? Just out of wood?
So we sent a committee to reason with them. But that was a week ago, and we haven't seen our people since.
Maybe it's time to send a committee to burn their shit down. A low rumble ripples through the crowd. Darian hesitates.
That can only mean one thing.
He grimaces as the frightened, arguing crowd drowns him out once more. Where's, like, the rest of the town leadership? Did they die? Where's that old lady? What's her name? Renengild? He's right. You've got to defend what's yours. The White Forge isn't worth your lives. Give up. Can't you share the White Forge with the Raid Sarens? I mean, obviously they can't, but I want to know why they can't. So, let's ask this. The villagers shout and squawk louder than ever.
After what they did to our neighbors?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Only thing they know how to do is start wars.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Please,
sorry.
everyone!
Yeah, please, sorry. In the fragile silence that follows, the others turn and look at Darian.
Whatever our difference is, we've got to deal with the army at our gates.
He looks back at you.
You've done a lot for Stalwart already. Many of us wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you.
He breaks off, looking as if he'd like to stuff his words back into his mouth. After an uneasy pause, he swallows and continues.
What I mean is, if anyone could deal with an army, it's you.
Man, too bad we can only have 6 people in our party. Very well, I'll help you. I've got my own business with this army. Just show me where the fort is. Yeah, just show me where it is. I'll do my thing. I'll do my magic saving the day thing.
The Iron Flail cleared a patch of forest north of Durgan's battery, built their fort there. It'll be well guarded, so if you can get in without raising an alarm, you may have an easier time of it. The important thing is to deal with the commander. If you can get rid of him, the rest of the soldiers will scatter.
I think I've dreamed about this army. Ooh!
What exactly did you see?
He watches you with wide, wondering eyes. A murmur ripples through the crowd. Lie, you came together and defended yourselves? Stalwart was destroyed. The dream was unclear. Forget it. I need to get going. Well, let's tell him the truth. The villagers gasp and exchange panic whispers. The hero of the White Forge! Oh no!
Let's just hope there's still time to prevent it.
His voice is firm, but his face is ashen.
Anyway, we've got our work cut out for us here.
He gives the crowd a purposeful look. Grumbling, they start to disperse.
While you're out, stop by the battery. Wangra and her team are still repairing the heavy cannons, but they've made a lot of progress elsewhere.
Whoa!
Thought you might like to see how far it's come.
Yeah, cannons. That's pretty cool. Let's see. What else can we ask him
Haven't been
about?
here long, but I'll tell you what I can.
Tell me about the Iron
I
Flail.
heard about the White Forge and came running. Just like a lot of us did. Only difference is, they brought siege weapons. As best anyone can tell, they're from the border region near Little Bend, one of the poorest parts of the country. For Raid Saris, well, that's saying something.
Huh. That's interesting. What brought you to Stalwart?
Work. I was a cobbler in New Yarma, but the city got more crowded every year. Rural types fleeing the legacy. A couple months ago, I heard Stalwart was offering land and opportunity to new settlers, so figured I'd give it a go out here. For a while, folks seemed glad to have some new blood, but that changed as more and more of us came.
There seems to be a lot of tension around town.
Before you opened Durgan's battery, people tell me Stalwart barely had enough warm bodies to keep the town running.
Yeah, they were running, they were running on fire.
A bunch of us came when we heard
That
about
was
the
terrible
White
show.
Forge.
What does that even mean?
But now, I think the old-timers would just as soon send us back.
He begins ticking items off on his
We
fingers.
take the best jobs, we don't pay our respects to Andra, we're overcrowding the town.
He shakes his head.
I get it. Stalwart's changing. Same thing happened in New Yarma when folk moved in from the countryside. But they can't keep blaming us for everything that goes wrong out here.
He sighs, and a steaming cloud escapes his lips.
I'm just hoping they'll calm down once the Iron Flail is gone.
That's all. Huh. So I wonder how many Oh yeah, Eaterin is still here. What's up, Eaterin? How's business? Okay, he doesn't really say anything. Does he sell anything new? I don't know, not that I can notice. Alright.
Yeah?
Oh look, yeah. Hammond's Emporium. Oh, the mines are open, huh?
Not a problem.
Was this again? Right. The ghost attack. Who's in here now? Oh, maybe Ista has something to say.
This is going to be fantastic.
Okay, she doesn't
Just
say
wait till
anything
it-
different. I wonder how many people have new things to say. I guess the people who don't have anything new to say, their quests and all that, would have carried over between... Oh shit, it's a smithy. Wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, come on, stupid sword.
This smooth anvil hardly looks like it's seen use. Mesha? Okay, now you're just pissing me off. She slams her forge hammer down on the unfinished blade with a loud clang. Straighten out, damn you! Temper, Mesha, the older priest, glares at Mesha reproachfully. Sorry, master, it just slipped out. She takes a deep breath and releases it slowly. They must be here for, who was that? The White Forge? Yeah, right there. If only I'd read ahead. Abaddon, of course. Why did you decide to become an acolyte of Abaddon? Yeah, let's ask that. It's a family tradition, one I've managed to keep going. She glares at the unfinished sword on her anvil. Barely. I'd better get back to it before Master Ingram gets annoyed with me. What's wrong with the sword? Where to begin? She gestures at the rapidly cooling lump of iron on her anvil. For one, I can't manage to shape the metal no matter how hard I try. Master Ingram says, envision a sword. So I'm envisioning really, really hard. I think I'm ending up with a club. Maybe a mace, if I'm lucky. But no sword. If my work doesn't improve soon, they'll kick me out of the temple. Can't be a priest if you're not a proper smith. Unless you help me. Meisha glances around. I'm not a blacksmith. No, that's not the kind of help I'm asking for. Oh, you want me to kill him? Okay, yeah. I snuck a peek at Master Oh, you want me to steal shit from him? Ingram's lore books and came across a ritual that can enchant a forge hammer to boost smithing skill. That's exactly the kind of edge I need. I've already completed the first part of the ritual, crafting the hammer. Unfortunately, the next two parts require travel to the Deerwood, and there's no way Master Ingram will let me leave anytime soon. Yeah, doesn't this, invalidate the whole point of you joining this religious thing? I mean, I could see it if this was for fundamental purposes, but this is a religious thing, huh? Isn't crafting using a magical forge hammer unethical? I'm not trying to show anyone up. I just want to appear competent. You know, buy myself time until I'm actually competent. Sure, I mean, we've done worse. I'll complete the forge hammer ritual for you. That's great! She hands you a forge hammer. That hammer actually turned out all right. The first place you'll need to go to is the Shrine of Abaddon in Crucible Keep. That's in the First Fires District in Defiance Bay. I've never been there myself. Just place the hammer at the shrine and it should get blessed. Or something. After that, you'll need to find the Shrine of Magrin at Magrin's Fork. It's not far from Defiance Bay. To the north of the city, I think? Do the same thing with the hammer at that shrine. Then head back here. Okay, we've been to both of those places before. So that's absolutely doable.
Just say the word.
Abaddon, Acolyte. Can't talk. Ingram wants us to focus. Oh, look, we can just... Mila's drawing? This lightly singed piece of paper has a charcoal drawing on the front. Examine. Oh. What the hell? Are these mountains some sort of forge? Maybe the White Forge? I don't know. Apparently we can take all this, though. What's this say? I don't think Meisha will ever be a good smith. What a dick, she's right there. This warped breastplate is still warm from the forge. Okay.
Nothing will slip
Sneak
past
around,
me.
maybe there's some sort of hidden loot. This shrine to Abaddon is smooth and shiny, as if it were made recently. Must have been. Ingram nods at you and smiles in recognition. Ah, the kindler of the White Forge! We owe you a great debt for the industry and faith you've restored here. Welcome to the Temple of Abaddon. Let's say the obvious. This used to be a temple to Andra. He tilts his head to one side. Back when this was a dying, forgotten place. But the clerics who tended it left, as is customary of their goddess. The throngs who have since come to Stalwart sought a more practical deity. Right. Meisha asked me to enchant her forge hammer to enhance her... Ooh, we can rat her out. Let's not do that. What do you do here? I lead this temple and guide the acolytes in matters both spiritual and mundane. He indicates the forge and anvils. Worshippers of other gods pray or meditate. We Abaddonians venerate our God through the act of smithing. Our doors are always open, and our forge always alight. How may I help? I mean, you could give me some sweet stuff. I'd love that.
Ready when you are.
Can we steal this? Can we just, like... No. They're on to us. Fair enough.
Yeah?
Maybe there's something interesting at the fishery. What if they got rid of the fishery? Nah, they wouldn't do that. How else would they eat? Just importing all their food? Maybe they eat metal. Ugh.
Just say the word.
Yeah, let's check the fishery. Villager. There was a guy over here, wasn't there? No. Or maybe there wasn't, he's not... Oh. Esha.
Lazies. What am I to do with all of these?
What? Barrels? A well-built... Ooh. A well-built dwarven woman stands before you. One hand on her head, and the other holding a few sheets of paper. 3 complaints of blights in Whitestone Hollow. And who are these people? Mogren's faithful? Great. Another pack of religious zealots. It's like they're popping up out of the snow these days. She glances up at you. Oh, sorry, Lyle. Just a little preoccupied. Things may have quieted down some with the ogres lately, but there's been no shortage of new trouble. Or work, for those interested. Just saying. Who are Mogren's faithful? Maybe Durrance will have something to chime in here. You know, I'm glad to see you're bright-eyed and eager to help us out. I appreciate that, but I'm not sure you're ready to tangle with this bunch just yet. Oh, it's a bounty. Okay. Perhaps you're right. Okay. We'll be back for that toward the end of this expansion, I suppose. Let's check out the fishery. Yeah, I don't know why it seemed like she knew who we were. I guess everyone in this town knows who we are then. Because, what's his name?
Just say the word.
Darwin? Darwin? I don't even remember his name. Do you have anything to say? Pleasure to see you. Okay. I guess we'll check out the 2 new buildings. An emporium, that sounds good. Probably some good weapons for sale. Or maybe armor. I don't know. I'm into both. We got money to spend after those bounties.
Ready when you are.
I mean, it still seems relatively small. Can't go in this tent. Hammond's Emporium.
Would I interest you in a new blade?
Oh, God. Villager, those raid Sarens are even worse than the ogres. I can't understand why people think we're to blame for the raid Saren army. You can see your own reflection in these shields. This looks like Stalwart from the road to Deerwood. At least back home you could get good Valian wine. Cheap perfumes line the bottom shelf. These identical Abaddon figurines are all of equally poor quality. Is this like a gift shop? The shopkeeper's clothes seem a little nicer, if not terribly warm compared to what you've seen around Stalwart. His hair is immaculately coiffed, and his rosy cheeks look like they've barely been touched by the mountain winds. Welcome, welcome. I've got arms and armor, all top quality. Or perhaps you'd like to see potions? Always a pleasure to meet respectable company out here anyway. Let's see what you got. Oh, shit! Oh, man. I loved this in Dark Souls. Wow, it's for rogues, too. Too bad we use firearms. I feel like I should just buy it, though. What happens if we bind Soul? Okay, we can't. Twin Sting is a crossbow with an unusual design. It is built to fire 2 bolts before requiring a reload. Few are the practical uses of such a weapon that would be worth the trade-off of the extra weight. This item, however, was built to fulfill a very particular need. Huh. And what's that? I mean, also, fortunately, weight isn't really an issue. Alright, what else do you have? Exceptional items, fine items. The colored coat. When endurance drops below 51, Wicked Briars. What is that? Point blank AoE, it seems. Pierce and Hobbled. Huh. Doesn't seem that great. The Right Lord Laurel Tainring found himself in the unenviable position of being caught in a war between 2 branches of his own family, fought over hunting rights to certain lands that were jointly owned. While most family members found it easy to choose a side, Laurel could not bring himself to take up arms against anyone in his large extended family. He had this brigandine decorated in 2 tones, each representing the opposing family banners, and had the local spell rights imbued with the power to raise a wall of briars, which he had hoped to use to keep the sides divided on the battlefield. When the 2 sides met in combat, he rode out to the center of the battlefield, raising briar patches and waving to both sides, calling out for them to stop their mad feud. Unfortunately, his decorative brigandine had the opposite effect of what he intended, and each side read it as being the uniform of the other. He was felled by a rain of arrows from both directions. When his family realized he had died, they put their battle on hold and discussed peace. Then they began to argue about where Laurel would be buried, and the feud began anew. Funny. Seal of Faith. We can't give 2 of these to Durance, can we? If Durance could have 2 of those on, that'd be pretty awesome. Another fucking stag helm. God, we've got so many of them. What is this? Oh, wizard spell uses. That's pretty good. Maybe we'll just buy that. What else do you have? Wow, 3 resolve for an Audra helm. That's pretty good as well. Cloak of Protection. Oh, 25% healing received. He carries many scars helm. +2 athletics, defense while stunned and while prone. Huh. Fuck, I guess we'll read this one too. This armor was forged in honor of the Red Saren monk Rugfar, who came to believe that as long as no enemy could inflict more pain upon him than he could upon himself, and he could never truly be subjugated by anyone. Conscripted by his government to quell the uprisings, inspired by Saint Widwin, Rugfar became a frightful presence on the battlefield. For every injury he sustained at the hands of an enemy, he would inflict one twice as severe, drawing strength from the pain that enabled him to fight through injuries that would have caused anyone else to collapse on the ground. He would charge his enemies covered in blood with tears in his skin from hand to foot, and his foes would shrink at the sight of him, believing as he did that it was not in their power to injure such a man. Believing as he did that it was not in their power to injure such a man. Near the end of the rebellion, when the rebels had all but overthrown the government, Rungfar found himself in a battle defending against Saint Widwin's main forces. Accounts claim that he was the last on his side to remain alive, and he was approached by Saint Widwin himself in the end. As the story goes, the living god looked him over and gave him a slight bow, permitting him to fall upon his own blade, that he might remain free. The armor bears many artificial scars, added by the blacksmith to make its wearer as imposing as the figure that inspired it, though it wears its real scars with equal pride. Huh. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to read it. If we buy it, I'll read it. But for now, no thanks. It's too much. I say that I might buy that one. Let's have a look. What helmets are we using? +3 might. Oh yeah, she can't wear one. +1 intellect. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Do I get perception from that thing? I do, actually. Actually, hang on. We're definitely buying that ring for... Yeah. Along with his overseeing. Does this overseeing stack from his chest piece? If you happen to know, let me know. Maybe I'll look it up. Okay, let's buy that ring for Aloth, because that's a pretty good ring. This is it, right? Yeah. Because first level spells we use a shitload, because that's Chill Fog and Slicken. Third level spells, I don't even remember what they are, but I'm sure they're good, right? All right. Yeah, and we might consider coming back for more stuff, like that helmet. Cool.
Aye?
And we'll swap out this ring. There you are. Nice, got him up to 7. Oh yeah, and third level is good as well. Vulnerability and Noxious Burst. Yeah.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Let's check in with the rest of the town. Gosh, the inn is probably going to be crowded with new people, huh? Be interested to
Ready when you are.
talk to what's-her-face. Oh, look, they got it all repaired. It's not splintered to hell. Yeah, I guess we can assume that 2 months have passed. Now, did this lady die? No, we had the option to turn her, to use her soul or something to, like, do that thing where you put 2 people inside of one body. But we did that with the inn lady. Tana?
Got to speak up?
No, she has nothing. Yeah, we should probably check in with that lady. There's probably some new thing that's occurred there. Oh, and we should check in with, what's his name? Who made the devil? Good old Evil Geppetto. He might have a new quest for us or something like that. Or maybe it's only affected Stalwart going into the next act. No sense in, not checking. Oh, and we'll have to check out the mines, too.
Yeah?
I wonder if, we can buy... Oh, look, her son is not here. Was that her son outside? No. If it isn't the hero of the White Forge, Renengild nods in greeting. She looks more relaxed than you've ever seen her. You come back to check on your handiwork? Or are you just here to wish me a happy retirement? Why'd you retire? She stretches. I've had enough of politics and town quarrels for this lifetime. So when Tarfros told me he was tired of the mines, I asked if he was ready to really get his hands dirty. She smiles. Almost feel sorry for the guy. Okay.
Ready when you are.
What about that drunk guy? Maybe he's friends with the innkeeper now. The guy who we stole the booze for. Maybe they're on good terms. Tildor, anything new? Afraid I don't have any more bounties, sure.
Hey
Rayfald?
there. Let me know if you need anything. Sure, ask away. Not right.
And I didn't have any new questions. See anybody up here? No. Just Thiersch and
Not a problem.
Graves Rest. Check in here. Wonder if those people are still playing their reindeer games. Probably, right? Bard, do you have anything? No. Ever thought of settling down here? No, I got a whole big... barely injured. Good work with those ogres. Huh. I never noticed that dude.
Thanks again. I'll be gone just as soon as the weather clears.
And these are the two guys who are playing.
Heard the big news. There really isn't anything you can't do, is there? This will do so much for Stalwart. You can see it in everyone's faces. We've got hope again.
Yeah?
Okay. Kern. This person is new, right?
Piss off, Kern. I
Fuck!
got enough problems.
Oh my god, that was really loud. Decades I've lived here. God, that made me jump out of my seat. Decades I've lived here. We've worked and drunk together, and not one of them will lift a finger. This dwarf's face is damp and blotchy. His outburst seems to take something out of him. He sags, his lined features showing his exhaustion. I'm sorry, I've had no heart for conversation. I'm sure someone in here will drink to your health. Let's back out real quick and brace our ears. What was that about? Why was that so loud? Who said that? Please, someone has to do something. Decades I've... Okay. Yeah, who the hell was that? Why was that so immensely loud? Was it Nesta? Ugh. I thought I ordered ale. She might have brought me the dishwater by accident, she sighs. Or maybe on purpose, you can never tell. Oh, she talking about the maid lady who we fucked up? What brings you to Stalwart? I represent a group of investors from Defiance Bay who are attempting to establish a trade agreement with Stalwart. Before they're willing to commit to any agreement, they want to have the town assessed. Make sure it's as prosperous as people are claiming. That's where I come in. She takes a long sip from her mug. Well, what's your assessment? There's certainly a lot of coin changing hands, but whether this is simply a short-lived boom or something that will persist long-term remains to be seen. Okay. Haverick is still running the show here.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Does he have new goods? Probably not.
Nothing like a...
He'll probably be like, what's his name out front? Yeah, I don't see anything new and important. Alright. What a mess this is! What happened? I've done something terrible, and I'm not sure I can fix things. This neighbor of mine, Hadi, we've never gotten on the best of times. With this land dispute, losing half my property, things have gotten out of hand. Kill him, take your land back, problem solved. Tell me about this feud. It's gotten ugly more than once. I'm not proud of it. My family's owned land here for generations. Hadi's father settled the land nearby some years back. Whoever drew up the deed, they sold land that wasn't theirs to sell. Things up here aren't like in Defiance Bay. There's no Duke, no Hall of Records. It's been a fight since... in any case, it's been a fight since... What? It's been a fight since... Oh, right. It's been a fight since. It's been a fight since. In any case... Fuck. Seemed important yesterday, but I'm not so sure anymore. Go on. I was drowning my sorrows here in the inn. There was a stranger. Sevestin, obviously from out of town. We got to talking. He's all smiles. Says he's a paladin. That he'll sort Hadi out for me. Get my land back. If I give him the week's wages. I didn't know he was a bleak walker. A madman. I was half drunk. Thought Sevestin meant he'd speak on my behalf. He put a scare into Hadi. Not kill him! I tried to call him off once I realized. He laughed. Said that doesn't happen. Please, you've got to help me. Nobody else here's willing to take him on, even for the coin I'm offering. Oh, if I'm a bleak walker? What is a Bleak Walker? I don't even remember. Is it like a paladin, thing? What do you want me to do? Wait, you hired a man to kill Hottie? Let's get some questions asked and answered. I'll tell you anything if it'll help. What do you want to know? What's a Bleak Walker? I asked around. As far as I understand, their order thinks brutality is the best way to ensure peace. They don't negotiate, and they don't give quarter. Once they've been ordered to clear someplace out, they don't stop until they're done. And they don't change their minds. I see, they're Terminators. Okay. They're more like a force of nature than a paladin order. It seems pointless to me to devote one's life to something so destructive, no matter how they rationalize what they do. They just have to turn up half the time. They get paid to stand there and be a threat. I don't understand why Sebastian is doing this. Seems like a petty contract for a paladin, yeah. I never even knew there was a contract. How can that be right? Did Sebastian not tell you he was a Bleak Walker? Not at first. Not until it was too late, I guess. I'd had a few drinks, but I think I'd remember if he had announced it. Where's Sebastian now? Maybe this guy's faking. He must be headed out to Hottie's by now. He's stuck around here for a few days after we talked, to gloat, I think, or to wait for someone, but he's left. That's all the questions I had. What do you want me to do? Kill this guy? Stop that maniac. And Hottie, make sure he's safe. His family too. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Thank you. It's all I'm asking. You're the first one to so much as try. Hottie lives out east in Whitestone Hollow. Please, hurry. Okay. Bleak Oath.
Ready when you are.
Let's see. Let's check out the rest of the end before we call it. Did they add more stuff now? Villagers, what happened in here? You sure we won't get caught? Well done. With any luck, we'll get some new folk and their coin in town to see the battery. It sounds like Gregor speaking, but it's getting harder to tell the two apart. Rowena clears her throat and peeks into the hall to see if anyone's watching. Farewell. Alright. Nothing particularly new. Anyone up in here now? No. I wonder if that person would have a follow-up if we didn't lock them up in Cadnua. Okay, what about the cook? Haverick's been beside himself talking about the White Forge. You've done a great thing. And the basement. Probably still just the gamblers, but we'll be sure. Okay. Yep, looks like just the gamblers again. Alright, well, when next we come back, I suppose we'll check out the final house here, Thirsch's house, and we'll go look at the newly opened mines, and then maybe we'll go check on this Bleak Watcher deal. That seems pretty interesting, huh? And Palagina seems to have some input. Glad that we have a paladin along for this. Maybe she'll have even more things to say. Who knows? I guess we will in a bit. Till next time, peace.